Hello and welcome back to Citadel Guard Adventures. Here we are in Elrond's library in Rivendell. However, we are ready to return to the Trollshaws and go to Elladan and Elro here in Thorinhat. As there, we still need to find the steed of the Nazgûl, the missing steed. Just checking really quick in here, there's nothing else of interest. Okay, so this one, a scout in the north, will get the opportunity of doing some of those quests with the epic. We're gonna get there really soon. And it's been a while since I've been on that area, on my warden. I did that area on my guard a couple months ago, and it got to a point where it was really tricky and I died a couple times in there, but with careful planning I don't think a warden is gonna have any of those issues. We'll see. For now, just gonna ride to the stables in Rivendell as fast as possible so we can get a swift travel option to Thorinhat. Because, yeah, the milestone is bound to Rivendell. Alright, we're almost there. That's the only thing with Rivendell though. Everything is scattered across the place. Stables to the west, the auction house. I've never been to the Rivendell auction house, or maybe a couple times only. It is really out of the way. It has everything, but it's just a hassle to navigate through. There we are. Riding back to Thorinhat. So let's see, what do they have to say?
What can I do for you?
My father has sent you to aid us. It is good that you have come, for we have made an unsettling discovery. It seems likely the missing rider is still somewhere within the wilderness of the Trollshaws.
Mind my words, traveler.
Shortly after Frodo Baggins and his company came to Rivendell, my father sent us to search for signs of the Nazgûl, the 9 riders of the enemy. We found the bodies of 8 horses downstream, but of the last there was no sign. We searched further, but still found nothing. We traveled far afield, into lands to the south, and still found no sign of the fleeing rider. Only on our return journey did we find something. Footprints in the South Trollshaws, far south of the road. There are many narrow valleys in that region. The Nazgûl might lie there, sheltered from prying eyes, waiting for his time to strike. Journey far south of the road into the South Trollshaws Beriathan and seek out the missing rider. The ruins within those narrow channels have a fell reputation. Minas Agor that place was called of old, and the Nazgûl may have sought it out for that reason. Perfect. We have an objective now. Hello warden. And first, let's see if there is and we can get some tasks out of the way, but I don't think I have enough task items for the daily. Fine. Fine skin. Yeah, doesn't seem like it. Oh wait. Oh, fine furs, yeah I do. My bad. So let's do this as well. Fine furs, fine skin, broken longswords. Once again, broken longswords and fine furs. That's gonna be enough for today. Right, so now it's time to move south and look for Minas Agor and see what is there for us to find. How far are we? Right, quite an eventful journey, it seems. For a moment there I feared the bears might attack us, but it didn't. That's good. Should be really close now. Alright, yeah, this is the place. This is where to use the stone. Let's do just that. There it is. The inspiration bonus has kicked in. Here. Core crew are encamped at the ruins of Minas Agor in the South Trollshaws. While you are in the South Trollshaws, you should deal with the core crew encamped there. Quite basic. Oh, yes. flashback about the corpse of a black horse. So, what do we have here? Collected the bridle of the black steed. Now we need to go back to Elladan. Jesus Christ, 75. Level 25 by researcher, that's not good. There are level 75 quests in here? Not sure. Ah, completed that feat. Skillful blocking. Great. Skillful blocking. Awesome. So we got 5 LOTRO points. Now, well, we need to keep blocking attacks. No biggie. Javelin skills, critical strike. That's another one. Safeguard. Maybe we can complete that one today. Brink of victory. Perseverance and fierce resolve will still take some time. However, before we leave this area, let us make sure we can complete this request. Maybe inspiration buff wasn't even necessary for this part. It's quite short. And the enemies are just signatures. I seem to remember this being a little bit harder and longer before. I'm not sure if this was changed at some point. Well, it was. Sure. Cannot exit this area yet. I'm using one of these guys. There he is. Alright. Completed the quest. Nothing major in there. What else do we have here? Anodyne, manuscripts, matums. Techniques of Root Hour. Those what we can't use. Atlas Essence. Elvish Relics definitely. See how's the reputation going with the elves of Rivendell. Still missing quite some reputation before getting to the next tier. What else do we have here? That's basically it. Maybe a visit to a vendor is in order. I'm sorry, 6,600. And now 4,200 for 11k. Almost. Nice. I don't think I have any more reputation items. Or any other faction.
What do you need?
Your tale begins to fill in this puzzle for me, Beriathan, and I think I now see what has happened. Caught between the remainder of Frodo's company and the raging of the Berian, the 9 were forced into the torrent, but one escaped in the chaos. Near death, his steed bore him through hidden channels into some place where, nearly formless, he gathered his strength. His horse he abandoned, and he vanished into the wild. Without his cloak, he would be all but invisible to us, a malice on the wind. If he takes it onto himself again, it is only to give shape to his strength. It means he has survived the ordeal unharmed and will surely strike at us again. We are running out of time, Beriathan. Maybe we can get this
Will you
shield.
lend me your ear?
We know more than we did, Beriathan, but we do not yet know what we must, for the safety of all those who live or journey in this region, the whereabouts of the missing Nazgûl. His steed was our greatest ally in this search, for while he could remove his cloak and remain nearly unseen, his horse was a mortal creature and its physical trail could be followed. With the creature now dead, either from exhaustion or at his master's hand, our ability to track the Nazgûl is lessened. Lessened, but not gone, perhaps. I would ask you to return to Mladris and to consult with Lord Glorfindel, for he is accounted very wise and may have some stratagem we have not yet tested. He keeps close counsel with my father and with Mithrandir, and often contemplates near the falling water by my father's house. He may be able to help us find the missing Nazgûl. That will do, but first, before I forget, look at the shield and equip the shield. And let's make use of the milestone. Still, go back to Glorfindel. Here.
How can I be of service?
You are welcome to Mladris, Beriathan. These are times of trouble, but for now at least, the curtain of shadow is held back and we meet in peace. You bring grievous tidings from Elladan, but they are not entirely unlooked for. I fear that not all of the Nazgûl were claimed by the Berian. This stray servant of the enemy will leave a mark on the wilderness. He may have already done so, and we can use it to track him. I give you my beryl, and ask you to hold it aloft at the fort of Berian. Return to me once you have done so, and we will speak further. Oh yes. So yeah, a lot of back and forth on this part of the quest. Let us return once again to the stables. We can use the swift travel option to the hike more. That will save us some time. We can go to the fort. Trainer, let me check something really quick.
What can I do for you?
Wages of Fear at level 38. Something else? No. Not yet. Oh, Wages of Fear. A nice one to use. When I finally decide to start working towards the javelin skills deed, it will certainly come in handy. Here we are back at the stable. Use this horse. It's a shame it doesn't work the other way around. We'll need to make our way back to Rivendell the long way. I don't think you can just jump from this high. It would be a nasty fall, but I mistook my way once again. I usually do around this part of the area. Okay, so this is Glorfindel's beryl. Close with a pale light, and now we gotta go back. If only I had remembered we had this back and forth coming, I might have used the stable at Thorin Hat and saved the milestone skill for this one. But okay. I don't think I have the mount speed boost. That's gotta be stored on my shared storage. Right now I don't have the item to access the storage from the wild, so we're stuck with the regular speed. Just a couple more minutes. Half an hour before we can get the inspired effect once more. that... Maybe Trollshaws, I don't know. Not sure. The next part of the quest line would have us visit 3 different locations looking for signs of the Nazgûl and using the beryl at those points to receive the inspired effect. You only get the inspired effect for 15 minutes, but if you know where you're going, if you know what you're doing, those 15 minutes would be just enough to visit all 3 locations in one going. So it seems the only issue in here is waiting for the debuff to expire, the exhaustion effect. So maybe what we can do in the meantime while we wait is going to the North Trollshaws and doing the Scout in the North quest line, as one of the locations is by that area anyways. Just need to get back to Glorfindel. Almost there. Can see the waterfall now. On the little hill where he is waiting for us.
What can I do for you?
You have returned, Beriathan. Did you notice any change in the beryl I gave you when you arrived at the fort? The beryl began to glow. That is what I expected, and I am glad it was so, for it shall be our means of locating the Nazgûl that remains hidden within the wilderness. The 9, servants of the enemy and shadows beneath his greater shadow, are creatures of such evil that the land cannot bear their presence. This beryl will glow in places where they have been. It will allow us to follow the missing raiders' trail.
Mind my words, traveler.
I do not often travel into the wild, though I will do so when the need is great, as the ranger Aragorn or his small friend Frodo Baggins could tell you. The Sons of Elrond are better suited for directing your search for the missing Nazgûl. I'll leave my beryl in your care for the time being and ask you to return with it to Elladan at his camp of Thorinhat. He will know where you should bring it to follow the traces of the Nazgûl. Go with speed and with clarity of vision. The beryl will help you to find this stray servant of the enemy, but what will you do when you find him, I wonder? Yeah, confronting a Nazgûl alone might not be the best idea. Well, another ride for the stable master. Which one is it? The third one? The fourth one? Are we there yet? Yeah. After 3 or 4 times of doing this, it gets old, basically. Thankfully, this is the last ride to the Stable Master we'll have to do in a long time.
What do you need?
Oh, Thorin hat. Here. What do we have here?
What can I do for you?
The words of Lord Glorfindel are most wise, and his gift of this beryl brings me hope that we may be able to regain the trail of this missing Nazgûl. You have my thanks, Beriathan, but now I must determine where we are to bring the beryl in order to reveal the Nazgûl's location.
Will you lend me your ear?
I have given some thought to our riddle, Beriathan, and while I do not know if this is the answer, my heart tells me that we must exhaust this course before we can be sure it is fruitless. Many caves dot the wilderness of the Trollshaws, home to the creatures that give this place its name. The missing Nazgûl suffered some grievous hurt when caught between the fires of Glorfindel and the Ranger Aragorn and the waters of Bruinen, and he must have escaped to some secluded corner of the wild to regain his strength. I believe he fled to one of the troll caves. I will write down the names and locations of 3 caves, descend into the deepest chambers of each and hold Glorfindel's beryl aloft. We must learn if the Nazgûl hid within one of these caves in order to pick up his trail. Bring allies to these caves, for the trolls that lurk within are dangerous. Here are my notes, Beriathan. So... yes, we have 20 minutes to go. And as you can see here, some of these caves are really close by. Yeah, cave number 1 is really close by. So what I think we can do is try our luck at this cave, now that we are close by, and save our inspiration buff for those 2. As I said, you are totally able of doing the 3 caves in one go, but that is if you have discovered this Stable Master so you can swift travel there. But since we don't, I think going on foot to the North Trollshaws would consume all the time we have. If we had the time as well. So yeah, I don't think it's such a bad idea to do this without the inspiration buff. Let's try. Strength swells within your chest. I don't think it's gonna work. It did! Okay. I didn't expect that, actually. I totally didn't expect this to happen. What does this mean? We're gonna get like a different debuff of exhaustion, or it doesn't matter anymore. Well, I'm not sure. Let's make the most out of the time we have. part of the cave. Okay, this one. Glorfindel's beryl, here it is. It remains dark. So, time to exit the cave. I think we can get at least another one with this inspiration buff active. So let's hurry back to Throwing Hat. We don't have that stable master discovered, but we can travel back to Beriathan's camp and then right north. I think we can make it to the second cave with just enough time to do it. Alright.
Megovanen.
Dismount. Okay. So now I think, yeah, better to get the horse. Or trust the Limbot. And right. Rush it a little bit, but we can do it, we can do it. How far are we? Meters, we can do it. Okay, we're looking for maybe over here-ish. Anytime now. Okay, the entrance now. The slope leading to the entrance of the cave. We are. Hurry. Some self heals, so we can pull a couple of these trolls simultaneously. I don't remember the way now. But let's follow the troll infestation. Not gonna bother with blast dates. Here. Gotta go as fast as I can. Okay, so this is the deepest chamber of the thing. Very good. Okay, maybe I was able to snap a cool picture in there. Gotta check later. But how long do we have? 7 minutes. We can do it. We can do it. We can complete the other one too. That would be great. So, the other one is gotta come around this mountain over here, hill. David. Creative. But this area. Hope I'm not wrong. Taking the weight right now could be fatal. Jesus, leave me alone. This is not the way. Here, we got in text. Now it's definitely gotta be through here. As you see, spiders on this area are also quite dangerous, and these are the ones we are about to face as soon as we finish this. Here's a cave. Only 5 minutes to boot. So... really don't want to leave me alone. Stop being so annoying. Just die. Making me want to smash my keyboard against the friggin' floor. Stop, son. Christ. Here's the place. Perfect. For now. It is like this. Here, girlie. Pose for the picture. Okay. That'll have to do. And now, let us get out of here as fast as we can now. Gotta go back to Elladan. That's clear. First, we can do a couple more quests in the area. So, I didn't expect being able to do this part of the epic in this episode. I'm quite surprised and quite pleased as well. Now we can look for Thoroniel and begin a new quest line. And let's try to avoid any unnecessary fights. Or we get the quest that we need. And she will have the stable for Thorinhead too. Awesome. Your travel destination.
Greetings to you.
Beriathan's camp and then to Thorinhead. That'll be enough.
Greetings to you.
At last you have arrived. The threat the spiders pose is too great. We have much work to do.
You may be of service to me.
You have arrived at just the right moment, Beriathan. Any later and the spiders of the woven veils might have spilled forth from their valley and forced me to retreat. Once the creatures escape the valley, there will be little to stand between them and the rest of the Trollshaws. Imladris would become the only beacon in the darkness, though this may already be the case. These spiders are a particularly dangerous breed, or I would have already journeyed into the valley to face them myself. But I cannot face them alone. If you would gather any allies you might have, Beriathan, and cleanse the woven veils of this field. What else do we need to do?
Sweet-eyed Melon, will you
There are
stay a
more
moment?
threats in the North Trollshaws than just spiders, Beriathan. Cave claws have come down out of the misty mountains, infesting the gorges to the south. They are foul vermin, which have before only been troublesome to dwarves and orcs, but now they defile the very stone of our lands. Would you help us by hunting the vile creatures?
May Govanen, might you spare a moment of your time?
Alright. Far to the north and east of here is a marsh we call the Citadel. Here, wood trolls have appeared, dangerous servants of the enemy. As well, creatures known as buck lurkers dwell here, which legend tells are the shepherding hounds of the Onodrim of old. Alas, these buck lurkers, which once were peaceful, have been corrupted by some dark power, and they have begun to work in concert with the wood trolls. I do not believe that there is any hope left for them. If you and your companions would journey to the Citadel, the poor creatures there should be put to rest. Will you do this?
Greetings, friend. Will you lend me your
Okay,
ear?
wood trolls have appeared, dangerous servants of the enemy, as well creatures known as horns dwell here, which legend tells are related to the Onodrim of old. Alas, these horns, though always somewhat wild, have been corrupted by some dark power, and they have begun to work in concert with the wood trolls. I do not believe that there is any hope left for them. Okay. And finally, the trolls.
Sweet-eyed Melon, will you stay a moment?
Some trolls have come down out of the Ethan Moors to settle here in the North Trollshaws. I have seen them encamped in large number at the ruins of Ost-Velagram to the southwest of here. If you and your companions could deal with them ere they become a threat to the rest of the Trollshaws, I would be grateful. Okay, so let's call it a day for today, as all these quests are quite lengthy, especially since we are gonna be facing elite signatures, and killing them does take a while. So yes, that'll be it for today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Tune in next time, and we'll look for the trolls, the spiders, and all the other threats Thoroniel has just told us about. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching this one. Stay safe, take care, and see you next time. Bye bye.